want to do anything that is remotely interesting with your life, get the fuck out of your house and go somewhere. Go speak to people. I think this is like a big thing for me today. I almost spent my day working pretty much alone, and I texted just the right guy for this, and he basically said like, "No, dude, get out." And he was so right. So let me tell you about today. I've been trying to find a co-founder. That is currently what I'm doing. I'm at an entrepreneur first cohort, looking for a co-founder, looking for an idea to go after to build a VC backable company after having run my agency for some 3.5 years. And I'm in London right now. It's warm. I don't want to go out, and I've got a gym nearby, and the gym has a workspace. I'm out of the house. Why not? I work at the workspace. I work all day. I'm chill. I have a few calls, and then I'll do some ideation or something. I texted my friend who's at the office, and I said, "Hey man, you going in today?" I might not go in because I feel like staying home. Not even home, right? I was out, but he was like, "Get your ass to the office." Like, it is so different to be in person. It's orders of magnitude. It just clicked with me. Like my only job right now, and if in general, if you want to do anything that's interesting, I was having this conversation with two friends of mine who are ex McKinsey, and they were basically talking about how, like, to go up in McKinsey, you have to play the politics of the game, and you have to talk to people. In any game, if you want to do anything interesting, you have to bring on the right people. It's a people game. That's what it's about. You have to make the right friends in the right places to meet with the right people. It doesn't matter if you want to focus on product or whatever. It's like you have to, even if you want to be the best engineer, you need to find the best mentors. Like, it's always, at the end of the day, it will always be about people. It doesn't matter what you want to do, what kind of thing. If you want to do research and you're like, "Oh, but I just want to do research, I don't need to make friends." No, you have to go and find the best mentors, whatever it is, right? Anything that you do, it ends up being about the people around you. And so it's about going and having conversations. I think this is an idea that I almost let myself slip with, and I'm glad I didn't. I showed up at the office in the early afternoon, and I didn't even stay that long, but even just the physical presence of being there and like creating stronger relationships with the people I know, and I got some more intros. Like, you bounce ideas there. You have chats that you weren't thinking of having. Like, go and find a community to be a part of. And in my opinion, I think it should be an in-person community. Like, online communities are great. Sure, you can start there, but if you really want to build relationships and go to, like, you want to build trust with people that you otherwise would not have, that is done in person. That is not done through a Discord server and a Discord call. That is the start. But if you want to make something real, get in person, get face to face. Yeah, I think like maybe this thought is coming off a little bit strongly, but I think it's because, like, it's a really strong note to self, because I'm somebody who can tend towards sticking to myself and being on my own, actually. Like, it is easy to tell yourself the story that you should be just working on something and just focus and just, like, be by yourself. There are times for that, but you have to recognize when is the right time and when isn't. And I think it's a note to self that I especially have to enforce. That's why I say it with such conviction. It's at least important to me. Maybe not for you, but I believe that in general, if I want to do anything that is interesting, I have to go out and be in contact with the world constantly, because that's also how you eventually get in contact with the right people who can move the needle for you. And if I don't go out and I don't speak to people and I do not shake people's hands and I do not get them coffees and, I don't know, buy them little gummies and whatever random things they like, I'm just not going to move the needle nearly as fast. Like, oftentimes meeting the singular right person who you just happen to meet can, like, make all the difference. All of it. Anyway, it's been a good day, I think, after, like, that morning where I was like, I might stay back, blah, blah, blah. No, and then I went and it was good. It was annoying to have to go all the way out to the office because it's a little far from where I am. It's like 40 minutes, but it was absolutely worthwhile. It was good. Yeah, I think it's worth it almost every time. Go out and talk to the world. That's, I think, a big theme of, like, stuff I want to chat about. Anyway, with that being said, yeah, I had some catch up with some friends. I did a lot of thinking a little bit as well. Went to the gym as usual and had my meetings. It was good. That's it.